Crimsonclad.
That's right, with me. All right, so let's just see if we can get this sorted out. I'm all over the place tonight. Let me hop into the right room. Let me get things looking good. Let's see how it goes. Pull this a little closer. Hey, guys. So, racing home from work today, putting together a Fullforce, a radio episode for you. And hopefully having a really good time. So my name is Crimsonclad, and this is Fullforce, a radio. And on every Thursday evening, right about now, I do live heavy metal, rock and roll, sass, chat, and all the rest. Now, for whatever reason, I don't know what's happening. My YouTube chat is not connected. I'm gonna try and fix that over the point of tonight at some point. But there are no guarantees. So, listen, you were just hanging out for Post Up. I hope you had a lot of fun. I hope if you're a content creator, you come and get to check everything out. I'm so stoked to see how many people are already in here because I don't know if thank you, my dear. I don't know if I even got the spam to fire. I don't know if everything's looking good. Flight Lounge Beats, how are you? And so I'm stoked to have you guys here. If you've noticed, today I'm a little less metal and I'm a little more like spooky office girl. And that's because, you know, it's been a time. It's been a rough week. I got a lot going on. Work has been crazy. And this is my break from all of that. So, you know, we're gonna power through everything. You guys are gonna forgive the fact that I did not fix this face, beat this mug. And if you're just listening, you'll be completely saved from such a torturous existence. But so here's the deal. Tonight, I have a lot of good, sort of heavy, dark, melodic death. But I also have a lot of goth stuff, too. Why? I don't fucking know. That's the mood I'm in. And I have a bunch of dumb stuff to show you guys from around the internet, because of course I do, because that's how the internet rolls. So tonight I thought we'd have a lot of fun. We'd try and do some work on the neenernet portion of things. My face is a good one. Well, thanks. I mean, every now and again, right? Every now and again, I hit a cute spot, and I'm hoping tonight's that. But like I said, I'm wearing my office attire, which is sort of like 1950s housewife, but goth. And we'll just go from there. So yeah, I've got lots of stuff to tell you guys. Thank you. Lots of stuff to tell you guys. Lots of things to share with you. We might be able to summon Lacey out of the ether and some of the other Canadians. I'll do a twit-twat. I will try and get the YouTube thingamagum working. If she's working, maybe. And we'll figure it out. You know, we're problem solvers here at MSP Waves, and we're problem solvers here, you know, on this crazy station of ours. But why I can't do this, go fish. I don't know. We'll get it done. Okay. So, since last we talked, there's been a lot going on in my life. And to be honest, there's some sad stuff. There's some happy stuff. There's stuff that I don't fucking know. And as per usual, I'm discovering many more things out and about the internet that confuse the fuck out of me. So if that is something I have to suffer through, then you better believe I'm going to share it with you tonight too. And then we'll kind of power through a bunch of really great music, a ton of new releases, and then a bunch of sort of like goth and roll that is not new at all, but that I have been craving. So it's going to be one of those nights where people are like very split, very divided, because some of it'll be too heavy and too scary, and some of it'll be too light and not metal. Ron will think everything is gay. And we'll just roll with it. We'll roll with it. So wherever you want to watch, wherever you want to listen, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make sure that the chats are looking real good, and that wherever you are hanging out, especially those of you who are over on Twitch for the show, we're trying to get things going. We're trying to give people cool emotes. We're trying to give people custom roles. I'm making a bunch of people moderators over on my YouTube. Like, wherever it is that you hang out for the show, interact there, and I will do my best to make sure that you get recognized for the fact that you're really freaking cool. Okay? That's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna give it the old college try anyways. So, with that being said, since last I saw you guys, you may notice if you're watching the stream, if you're looking around, You may notice I'm rocking a couple real nice shiners. I got a good green one over here. I think these ones have healed, but on the backs of my arms, I've got a bunch, and I've got some scratches. Yeah, there's Ron Gay. Bunch of scratches on my arms. I can't really show you guys, and I'm nervous to show you guys, but my feet, my hips, my kidneys, everything is covered in bruises. And, that makes me sound like a battered housewife. But in truth, it has nothing to do with that. Nothing at all, folks. I went to go see Devastation on the Nation. And let me tell you, I've been waiting. I have been waiting for this particular concert. And we talked about it a whole bunch, and we discussed how much I've been looking forward to it. Got myself a fancy ass hotel downtown, went out, had a fucking party. Well, I'll tell you what, it was incredible. And I knocked another couple things off the bucket list. So I'll attempt to share some of the views with you tonight. But long and the short of it is, I did manage to finally, for the first time in my life, I managed to crowd surf Rotting Christ. Don't show your feet. Don't start it. Well, the reason that I was going to is because the tops of both my feet are black and blue. Remember guys, it's been a good couple of years since I have truly been in a mosh pit. And let me tell you, I am back in form. But it turns out I'm old. These 3 years that we've been COVID-ing, man, I'm getting old, but I refuse to act my age. And as such, I had the ever-living shit beat out of me, and I don't care. So on Saturday night last, Devastation on the Nation went through, and I've talked this up. Many of you guys are metalheads, lots of you guys aren't. But one of the things that happens a lot in North America is that we just don't get the big metal festivals. It's not like Europe, right? North America is a little bit behind Europe, especially in the metal, in the metal side of things. And so one of the most unfortunate things about that, one of the most absolutely unfortunate things about that is we don't get these crazy killer lineups, and it's hard to get some bands over here. Devastation on the Nation is this touring lineup that changes every year, and they tour only North America, and they bring crazy awesome big bands, underground bands that wouldn't normally necessarily really get to be together on a killer bill. And so Saturday night was, let me think if I can remember everybody, 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖙, Ghost Bath, Abigail Williams, 𝖭𝑒𝑟, and Rotting Christ. Now, for a lot of you guys, it's just like, and you're like, cool, Crim went to a concert. But for some of you who watch this show, these are fucking pedigreed bands. And for me, I've never gotten to see 𝖭𝑒𝑟 live. I've only seen Rotting Christ once. And I have a lot of pent-up energy. You guys may have noticed this listening to or watching the show for the last X amount of years. I have a lot of energy that needs to be expended. And that normally goes into concerts. That's normally how that gets taken care of. And without concerts, I have been lonely, sad, tired. Got there, had a fucking time. So yeah, I've got all sorts of things, including video that I tried to take while crowd surfing. It's not very good, and I won't subject you guys to it. But so that's where I'm at. I'm so jazzed, having just got off of one of the most killer shows. I've got a bunch of sounds inspired by that. I've got some weird connective tissue in the middle, lots of new tracks, and then yeah, just some goth rock and roll, because I feel like it's just been too long since we played Type O Negative and all of the things that come with that. So that's where we're at tonight. But one thing I will say before we kind of start the show is that I was very lucky to meet up with another one of our community members here. Lacey actually ended up coming to the concert with me. And we got absolutely rocked on, substances and high on life. But I'll say something. I don't know about you guys if you do a lot of hotel stays. I don't. I really don't. Even when I travel, I'm a crazy person. I sleep on the side of the road. I sleep in a car. I, will just drive around until I find somebody who's willing to, let me into their home. It happens more than you'd think. And so I got this freaking amazing hotel room. And it's not because I'm rich and it's not because I could even afford it. There was a really good deal that came through my credit card. Fine, whatever. And I get into this hotel room and I'm looking around and I'm like, yes, time to pregame. And I'm so excited about everything in this giant bathtub and this beautiful, and then I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't know where the toilet in my bathroom is. In fact, I don't know where the toilet in my room is. Do I have a toilet? I must have a toilet. And I'm looking around and I'm starting to think, uh-oh. Is this a 3 seashells situation? Am I in trouble? And the more I'm looking around, the more I'm like, I do not know where my toilet is. And depending on how tonight goes, this could be a real problem. And I'm starting to get a little bit panicked. I'm not going to lie to you. Because I don't know about you guys, if the second you realize that there may not be a place for you to go to the washroom, you instantly have to go to the washroom. You know, people who are like, they don't want to go on planes. The minute they start thinking about it, you got to go. You don't want to go in the car, or you're on the highway and you can't get off yet, and you're hoping there's a rest stop, but you can't see one. Instantly, you got to pee. That, you know, little bit of time left in your J job, or I had a test at school and you can't get up and no one will let you out of the room. Instantly, you have to pee with the force of 1,000 fucking supernovas. Well, here's me trying, for the love of God, to figure out where the toilet in my room is. And I am struggling. And I'm looking around and I'm standing in front of the bathtub, and a small thing in the back of my head is like, yeah, this could be the night. This could be the night that you pee in a $400 a night hotel room bathtub. Look at you, classy lady. Look at you. So I will say, I'm going to share a picture with you guys. After the first track, I'm going to share a picture with you guys. I'll put it up on the screen. And I want your honest opinions, because I did eventually find it. I want to know if I am the world's biggest dum-dum or not. Hey, kitty girl. I want to know if this was really just Crim having whatever the equivalent of a redheaded blonde moment is, or if you guys are with me and modern design has gone too far. Okay? You live! That's so exciting. I'm so glad you're here. That's so cool. We're just talking about the concert last week and how I couldn't find a toilet, even though it was right in front of me. So that's sort of the plan for tonight. We got some really heavy blackened death. We've got some nature-inspired new tracks by bands that I've been seeing live. I'm fucking sore as shit and covered in bruises, and also we'll do some gothy stuff. And share some stupid stories, like how Crim couldn't find a toilet. So let us come around and let's start with something not too heavy. So I've played a band for you guys before called Spirit Adrift, and we were talking about how cool their artwork is. We were talking about how neat they are. And they do sort of like traditional heavy metal, a little bit speed, a little bit power tinged, clean singing, good fun, lots of medleys. They just released a new track. And honestly, we all need a little bit of fantasy in our life. And also, while that first song is on, I'm definitely going to fix my face a little bit. So you guys can watch, and the mystery will go out of, me putting makeup on my face, unless you guys don't want to see it. Lacey was, I will say, before anybody accuses me of axe murdering Lacey or anybody else, she was alive when I put her into the Uber. Okay? I scheduled the Uber. I put her in the Uber. She was alive in the Uber. I have receipts. Okay. So let's do it. I want to play something brand new by Spirit Adrift. And because, on this show, we love every time we can play a little bit of something epic. We can play something, up tempo. We can play something fun as hell. We're going to do it. We're going to absolutely do it. And so I'm going to play you a new track called Sorcerer's Fate, because sure, let's start with the ridiculous fantasy shit, and then we will descend into madness as night goes on. And I will get these. So you put her in the car with the killer. I don't know. My Uber's driver was Fnu. How do you say that name? FNU. Fnu? His name was Fnu. He seemed very nice. He was incredibly tolerant of the fact that I literally don't know how to use the Uber app and walked around his car for a solid 14 minutes trying to figure out if he was my Uber driver. You know, if he was a killer, he could have had like 6 or 7 separate people to axe murder in the time it took me to just figure out how to open his fucking car. 𝖱. It's a great name. It's a good name. 𝖱. So tell me about all the things that are just under your nose that you literally can't find because modern design has gone too far. That's what I want to know. You guys need to back me up. We're going to play this track. It's called Sorcerer's Fate. My name is Crimsonclad. I'm stoked to talk with you guys tonight. And if you can forgive that I'm in my work clothing, then I was going to say I can forgive you, but there's nothing. You're great. You're fantastic. You deserve good music and all the nicest things in the world. So let's just fucking do it. so mysterious and windy. So hey, welcome people. I'm gonna start chatting across all the different places, and for whatever reason, I still can't figure out how to hook chat up over on the YouTube. Why? I don't fucking know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery, but I'll keep an eye on the chat over there. I'll keep an eye on the chat on Theta, wherever you want to hang out. And we'll say, wait. I think we can do it. Let's just see. I'm going to press the button. I'm going to fire go. Bingo, bango, bongo. Hopefully everything works. Sup, YouTube. Okay, there we go. So, hey, hi. So this is the magical hotel room. Now, here's the thing. For those of you who are looking at this picture and going, I don't even know what I'm looking at, that's fair. You might have missed the first part of the show. So let's just come back over to browser and images. All right, so here you go. This is my hotel room that I got to go downtown to get beat up at this show. And I dropped it in the Discord, and now I'm showing it on the screen. Now that's fine, right? In fact, some of you are probably smart enough and will figure this out right away, but I did not. And it's a great room. It's very nice. It's beautiful, right? Like, hey, how about that? How about them apples? But I'm looking around and I'm like, man, I am not sure where the toilet is. I don't understand. And so as I'm standing in this, particular area, I'm taking a look and my brain is just not seeing anything. And I did not realize this looks like a wall to me. Let me open this one up. So I'm looking at this. I'm checking it out. I'm going, okay. There's a wall. There's towel racks. There's a hanger. Everybody's going, where's the toilet? Yeah, that wall is all doors. There's a shower. There's a toilet. There's a whole extra 10 feet to the hotel room back there. I had no earthly fucking idea. I was so concerned that I was going to have to phone down to the front room. I thought, I am going to have to call the front desk and I'm going to have to ask someone to come up to my room and tell me where is my toilet. And I was having extreme anxiety about this. So, I mean, I get this is nice and everything. And I get that we want to hide things that are not attractive and whatnot. But am I crazy? Because people that I've shown up to this point have been very decided. See, Viking says that's very clearly a door. Is it? I am not 100% sure. Now that you know that it's a door, maybe. But I'm just saying, and everybody is really divided on this. I've had about 50% of people say, oh my God, yeah, what the hell? And then, the other 50% is like, yeah, obviously that's a door and you're the biggest idiot of all time. Haha, look at you. But so I was having extreme anxiety that I was going to have to pee in the bathtub, and I really did not want to call down and look at how stupid I was. So Blue is saying that I am too metal because I no longer know how to use doors. Are you suggesting that I just smash my way into places like an uncouth, disgusting monster? Because you know what? That's actually pretty fair. That's pretty fair. So yeah, thank you. Patient Zero's like, yeah, not a whole lot of people have bathrooms in their bathrooms. Agreed. So I'm not going to suggest that this is because I was already slightly under the influence. But what I'm telling you is that even the fucking light switches for in those spaces were hidden. So I tried the old trick of hit every light switch you could see to see where the lights light up, because I thought there has to be a light over the toilet, right? We're not mood pooping. We're not down there in the dark. This is not a shameful act. I use the age-old trick. I hit every fucking light switch. Thank you, kitty girl. Exactly. I don't smash in like an uncouth monster. I smash in like a Gothic Viking queen. Agreed. But so in any case, it seems like a 50-50 split in chat here too. So thank you to those of you who are not being too harsh on me, because I would say it took me a good 40 minutes to really figure it out. And it was a complete fluke. And it was mostly because I actually kind of slipped in the bathroom and kind of bonked into the wall and realized it was not solid at all. So that's how I found my bathroom. are starting to hop in all over the place. I'm stoked to have you. My name is Crimsonclad. Believe it or not, this show is actually like a heavy metal and rock and roll show. But we talk about dumb shit. We do. We got 3 hours here. You know, people rock up, they follow. We got people who hop in and out. Chat is always a lot of fun. Things usually go a little sideways. I'm actually kind of shocked that nobody took either seeing my feet or, you know, mood pooping down a bad road. But it's still, according to nothing, it's still very early in the show. So yes, it's terrible design and incredibly inconvenient. And like, if you're in the bathtub, okay. Now, see, we're going to go into it's going to happen. We're going to have a bad night tonight. Forget Gothy. It's all slightly poopy tonight. You get in the bathtub. What if you have to go to the bathroom? Now, I don't want to hear you people say, I go in the shower. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. This is not for me. I don't agree. But especially, let's say you were in the bathtub, or maybe you're in the shower and you have to go to the bathroom. Well, in this case, the door opens into the shower for you to like get out of the tub and into the toilet. You would have to smash through a glass door or slip and slide on all of this beautiful tile. Or, I mean, everything about this bathroom is the most dangerous thing in my life. And I'm trying to decide if that is irrational. Yes, you people. I'm trying to decide, is this really, really irrational? Or are you like me? And do you spend a lot of time when you get somewhere just thinking about all the stuff that could kill you? Genuinely curious, because this is something that happens to me all the time. And I don't know if this is because Canada has these really terrible have a word with yourself, like commercials and stuff, where they really push being safe. I constantly think about things like the alphabet of death, or, you know, like the 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖘𝖍𝖆 tinies. I'm always looking at stuff and being like, yep, I could definitely die there. Oh, yep. Going in the shower leaves yellow stains in the tub. No. Oh, tonight's going to be a night. I can tell. No. Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to know. I'm just going to assume that everybody either goes in the toilet where it belongs or all of you have Ron-sized pee bottles. But either way, your shower is safe. Now, Clay, I'm not talking about a fear of dying. So forget that noise. I am talking about the morbid curiosity of all the things in the world that could go potentially wrong. Like some kind of weird 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 machine of death, where you could be like, oh, well, I could slip on that tile. And most people would be like, oh, I could slip on that tile and break my neck. And I'm thinking, I could slip on that tile, and then I could fall on top of the towel, and the towel could slide 5 feet, and then that glass door of the shower could fall, and it could shatter into a million pieces. I could be impaled with glass, and as I get up, and I'm like a glass porcupine, and I'm trying to make my way to the door, I hit the intercom and I electrocute myself, and the last thing that the front desk hears is my gasping, dying breath as I'm electrocuted. It's different. It's different. It's not the same thing. I don't know. I do this everywhere. I'd be like, oh, look at that sign up. You get the picture. Is it just me? Is it just me? Patience here says I'm living in a Final Destination movie. Yeah, a little bit. It's not scary. It's actually almost kind of fascinating. And this was the moment. This was the moment where I was like, I have to find the toilet, but also I could die here. This is the thought process I had before I went to the metal show. And then I had all of the thinking bonked out of my head. Okay, so shall we do Shall we do some music before I tell you about more absolutely ridiculous things and slowly try to lure more people into all of the different streams? Yeah. That seems a lot like catastrophizing. A, great word. B, I mean, is it? I truly don't. Oh my goodness. 𝖊𝖕𝖆, hi, I've missed you. And yes, that's exactly what we're talking about. I crowd surfed Rotting Christ. My entire body is a bruise. Lacey was there and witnessed to the whole glorious / embarrassing thing. And at one point, I drunkenly tried to bully her into the mosh pit with me. I literally have a text that I sent her that says, if we die, we die. So yeah, we're going to do that tonight. I hope you also go to the show. I hope all of you guys are here for a good time because we're going to do some stuff. Now, here's the deal. Since I did play 𝖊𝖕𝖎 𝖵𝖎 last week in anticipation of tonight's show, I'm still going to play them again tonight, but we're going to do something a little bit different. There is a brand new release. There's a brand new release here by 𝖊𝖕𝖎, and it is a little bit different than a lot of what they've done recently, right? So I'm going to talk to you guys about that, but it's funny that Clay says this. Clay's going, hey, do you only think about every way you could possibly die in hotel rooms, or does that happen on mountains in mosh pits too? Yeah, exactly. First of all, what is dead may never die. But yes, I do think about this. And it's not a fear thing. It's almost a fascination thing. And I wrote an article about this once while I was traveling through Iceland, and I was being not too cautious, and I slipped on a rock and I fell. And I fell with my nose at the edge of a cliff. Now in Iceland, they don't care if you die. Like, I'm just going to throw it out there. Tourists are stupid. They truly do not care. There are no handrails. There are no warning signs. The reality is they just figure, whatever, nature will take care of you if you don't respect it. And so there have been many a time where I've come quite close to death, and there's a moment where I'm like, oh, some forethought about this would have gotten me pretty close to not dying in this situation. So it's interesting because it's all the times that I interestedly think about all the stuff that can kill me, I never do it in a situation that could actually save my life. I'm going back to Iceland. I'm going to climb down. I'm going to go on a 3-hour hike up a glacier, and I'm going to get down into what is called a glacial labyrinth. I could still die in Iceland yet. I welcome the chance. Okay, so we're going to play another track. We'll come back, and I'm going to tell you about more stupid shit. But yes, many things happen. We'll talk about all that stuff. Brand new 𝖊𝖕𝖎. So here's the deal. Yes, exactly. Memento Mori. And speaking of Memento Mori, I've got my little skull jewelry and everything on tonight. You are going Saturday plus 2 more dates of the tour. You're so lucky. There are essentially like no more Canadian dates I can go to. And half of the close US dates I also can't go to because I was thinking of the same thing. And I was supposed to fly across the country and go see it in Montreal, and now I can't do that either. So, by the way, if there's anyone in Montreal who wants a free ticket to Devastation on the Nation, let me know. I will happily accommodate. I would love to send you to see some great fucking metal. What I will tell you is that the show is mind-blowing. So, with 𝖊𝖕𝖎 being the headliner, I'm going to play you guys something from 𝖊𝖕𝖎. Now, you guys know we do this every week. We give the caveat of some of these names of metal bands that are very... pearl clutching. But this is something brand new, and it's a single called Holy Mountain. Now, if you guys know anything about me at this point, you know it's that I'm a crazy lady, and I'm always chasing mountains. I love them. All of them are my deepest, I was going to say my deepest, darkest desires, but it's a very obvious thing. Everybody knows I'm madly in love with mountains. So, seeing this released just after I went to see 𝖊𝖕𝖎 live, it feels like a sign. And I wanted to share it with you guys. So, brand new 𝖊𝖕𝖎 called Holy Mountain. It's beautiful. It's heavy. It's rhythmic. It's all the stuff that I like best. And hopefully, same for you. So we'll do it. We'll see what you guys think. We'll come back. We'll chat a little bit more about dumb shit. Because believe me getting stuck in my hotel room and not being able to find the toilet in my hotel room is... Just the smallest portion of the weird, dumb stuff I have to share with you guys today. So if you're good with it, I'm good with it. This is Fullforce Radio. Let's have some fucking fun. And wherever you are right now, do me a favor, hit the likey thing or follow, because then you'll come back and then I won't be alone. That's what I fear, not death. Actually, I don't care. I don't want to pressure you into it, but we're making a solid effort for these streams to actually take off. Maybe. Let's do it. Let's do it. Holy Mountain. Climb it with me, kids. Clay's going to make it into Canada. Then he'll climb a holy mountain. It's going to happen.
Holy mountain, brave mountain, mystic mountain, I'm free.
She's a beauty. All right, there you go. Brand new Rotting Christ, and also a guest singer on there. So in the time that I stepped aside, I put on some makeup, so now I look slightly less like Ginger Death. Rebecca! Mwah! Hello, hello. Vinny's following along now. Good to see you. Many people are hopping in all over the place. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. It's like this weird live radio, live stream, live video, live audio, whatever you want to do. I guess it's live, unless you watch it on a replay, in which case, sorry, it's not. But on Thursday nights, this time, I hang out. We talk about dumb stuff. We play heavy metal. We play rock and roll. And tonight, we're going to get a little gothy also. My day is fabulous now that I'm here with you. So here's the deal. Just before the break, we were talking a little bit about how I went to see a concert that I have been excited for years. COVID kept canceling it. It's this awesome traveling metal show that I have been just obsessed with. It's always a changing lineup. It's so great. And I just haven't been able to get to it because of the way that the world has been. So I decided that I was going to get a hotel room. I was going to make a night of it. I went downtown. I got absolutely destroyed. I got beat to shit in the pit, and it was worth every second. Rotting Christ is incredible live. Incredible! There are no words. So that new track, it's a little different than what you're used to hearing. And I promise for those of you, I love that, kitty girl. For those of you who just come to the show and you're like, not sure that you're super into metal or not, but you like to hang out, that's okay. No problem. But I do often talk a little bit about metal facts. And I'm going to touch this one. I'm going to touch you gently on the inside. Just for a second, I'm going to talk a little bit about this because Rotting Christ, up to this point, traditionally really writes about sort of heretical takes on religion, and largely a lot about how Greek heathen culture, because they're a Greek band, a Grecian band, if you will. What's a Grecian band? What's a Grecian urn? So they often write about how Christianity came in and, swept across Europe and destroyed a lot of heathen and pagan religion. And we talk about this a lot. But so a lot of their tracks are very they're very blasphemous, or at least there's a lot of pushback there against sort of these creation myths and creation stories that come along with Christianity. But this track is one of the first in a long time that has nothing to do with pushing back against one religion, and instead is turning our gaze back outwards to the majesty of nature. And for me, because I am now on the countdown, I'll tell you what, let's do a count. I am leaving for Alaska in 10 days. I am leaving for Alaska, and I will be doing exactly this. I'm going to be chasing glaciers and climbing mountains. But let me read this to you. Holy mountain, brave mountain, mystic mountain, I'm free. Misty mountain, grand mountain, holy mountain, I breathe. In the silent shadow reign, so that the mystic path of death and life, you're washing deep in the rain, a solemn magic way to God's, the sky. Silence is calling my name, whispers and voices, some days they sing. In the moonlight, your design, in their busy secret days of life, by your spirit we will rise. Listen, I don't know about you, but as somebody from BC, as somebody who lives on the west coast of Canada, who has grown up her whole life surrounded by mountains, even now in front of me out this window, 270 degrees, I am ringed by mountains. They are really, really important to me. And hearing this, the energy of this track feels like the way that I feel when I am standing on a mountain. I don't know about you, but there is another singer in there. And for the rest of the metal nerds, and then I promise we'll talk about other stuff, because Julia has found the most cursed bathroom ever. It looks like a trapdoor walkway to a toilet hanging above and behind a stair. I don't even know. Cursed toilet. Yes. So before we kind of just get off the metal super nerd topic, if you recognize one of those voices in there and it sounds familiar, it's because actually one of the members of 𝖍𝖎𝖆 is singing along on that track. So you have the standard Rotting Christ sound, but you also have that beautiful clean singing that is so that is so awesome and that I often talk about that 𝖍𝖎𝖆 has moved towards in their career. And if you recognize it, their keyboardist, he sings, he's on that track. So mash up, motherfuckers. All right. So Clay is saying, I don't think I've ever stood on a mountain. Yeah. And this is so fascinating to me. And so many of you guys that come to the show, you often talk about this, how you live somewhere where there just aren't any. And it's fine. But for me, I feel like the world would be turned upside down. Is there something about where you live that if you couldn't see it or couldn't experience it, it would totally discombobulate you? I'm curious to know that. Vancouver is, I talk it up a lot. And again, Canada has lots of problems. But the reality is Vancouver is the sea, the mountains, the forests. And yes, we even have a little baby desert. Anything that you can imagine is here. And I am so spoiled by that. Julia's saying, I've never been on a huge mountain. Well, I will say, having been to Montreal, Mont-Royal is adorable. Everybody's like, oh, it's our biggest hill. And I know if you go further out into Quebec, you will find some more mountain ranges. But sort of in the central portion of Quebec and Montreal, there ain't much. There ain't a whole lot. And for me, I mean, if I drive 10 minutes in that direction, I can hike for 2 or 3 hours and I will actually be up above the snowpack. And that's wild because I actually basically live below sea level. So I live below sea level, but just right there, I can climb a mountain and actually hit the snowpack, with a good solid 3-ish hours of hiking. But that's it. Is there a flash behind you or is it sunlight? That's my backlighting. Yeah. So I look very bright and whatever today. And part of that is because I actually just forgot to put my front blinds down. Like if I do this, it doesn't change things a lot, but I like it better open. So let's just be super white. But yes, I have a light shining from the back. It's not sunlight, although the sun is shining beautifully. So, here's the deal. Mountains are a big thing and I'm always chasing them. So all of my travel this year will be to do more climbing, to do more whatever, to hopefully not get completely lost down in the depths of, the mysterious world. But I will say it is absolutely something that I am keeping my eye on. And I'm trying to decide if I'm going to backpack the 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖏 trail. But here you go. I'll send you some visual porn, since we're talking about bands that write about beautiful places in the world and mystic mountains and whatnot. Here's something I'm taking a look at. But doesn't matter. Let's come back around to the fact that I couldn't find my toilet in my hotel room, because that was just the beginning of a very strange night. And so one of the most wonderful things about going to live music shows is the other people, right? And I know I have mentioned to you guys before that there is one of my favorite people at metal shows in Vancouver. I see him every single show. Every single show. And you guys might remember I've talked about him before, and he is the older gentleman with long gray hair. He comes to the show with a cane. No, I don't have anything I don't have an inspired playlist by this idea tonight. But if I have extra time, we could play some 𝖊𝖆𝖆, we could play some 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖘, we could play, we could actually play some more 𝖍𝖎𝖆, some Up North. But yeah, we could do it. We could go mountain wild tonight if we have time. But listen, I'm trying to tell you. So this guy is my favorite. I don't know how old he is, but I've told you guys about him before. He's got a cane. He gets in the pit. If he needs to clear out a space, he'll start whacking people with the cane. He crowd surf with the cane over his head. And I was wondering if he made it through COVID. And I am pleased to tell you guys that he did. Because as Rotting Christ came on, there are different types of pits. And if you're not a metalhead, this is going to sound totally ridiculous to you. But there are different types of mosh pits. And a couple of the types are that you have something like a push pit where everybody's doing that thing where they're just kind of all jostling each other and looking really stupid. And from the outside, it is really stupid. When you're in one, so fun. But then there are also things like circle pits. And you'll see those, at big festivals. Everybody's just running together in a circle, kind of like a school of fish or a flock of birds, or I don't fucking know. It's the weirdest thing. And those are way more common in Europe. Rotting Christ is from Europe, and they kept trying to get people to start circle pits. And so before I jumped in the circle pit, I took a little video, and I'll share it with you guys just to give you the flavor of it. But the reason that I'm bringing this up is because as I looked up and I'm looking at the pit and I'm getting ready to dive in, and everybody starts circling, I look in the middle of the pit. And who the fuck do you think is standing in the middle, not moving, pulling a Highlander in the middle of the pit? God damn it, it's the Metal Cane Man. He was there, he was alive, and he was, of course, at the first show that I got back to, standing with his cane in the middle of the pit. And after I went crowd surfing, I saw him go by me once again. I want to be that old guy. I want to be however old, I want to be infirm of body and mind, and I still want to be fucking crowd surfing at metal shows. Can we just all make an agreement here between all of us that we're just never going to get stupid and old? You can get old. Just don't be old. You know? Okay. Good. Good agreement. Glad everybody's on top. Oh, man. All right. So let's actually do something a little bit heavier. Are you guys ready for something a little bit heavier? We'll see. We'll see how she goes. And I do, like I said, I do have some sort of goth tinged rock and roll tonight as well. So yeah, Archfire. He always calls for triangle pits, but they never happen. Can you imagine? That's a very sort of contrarian Canadian thing to do. Archfire is delightful. That's hometown. LK sits down at metal shows. Yeah, no problem. I don't care. Enjoy however you want to enjoy. Lacey was with me. She sat for part of the show too. So no big deal, man. As long as you're there and you're living your best life and you're enjoying the music. I'm just saying. But that, personally, I want to use this body up from top to bottom. When I leave this world, it is going to be covered in scars and bruises, and it's going to be bent in all weird shapes. It's going to be ugly and floppy and stretched out, and I'm just... like, use it to the last drop, man. You have kids. You have a legacy. Me? I'm just a crazy person. Use it up. Hell yeah. Everybody's in. I like it. Good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so let's do something a little bit heavier, and then we'll come back, and I'm going to show you guys some stupid shit that I found today that I just wanted to share with you, because when I think of stupid, fun shit, I'm not saying I think of all of you guys, but I do, and it is, and we are, and we will? Question mark? All right, so I'm going to sneak something in here by a band called 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖙. And so these guys write a lot about human hardship and suffering. And that's pretty metal, let's be realistic, as we're talking about shared experiences and getting all munched up in a mosh pit. So these guys are out of Atlanta, and they write a lot about the stuff that really bonds us together. And that is, whether you like it or not, suffering. People don't like to suffer alone. And we do best when we band together. And, you know, the things that bind us are often adverse emotion. And I know that happens a lot here, where we come together and we talk about something and we're all feeling like the world is falling apart. And the reality is it's not necessarily, but it is a little bit. And it's okay to kind of share that together. And metal is one of those genres that just, it helps you get some of that out. So let's do it. I'm going to play something here off of an album from 2021, last year. Clay's saying in the meantime that he's mad nobody told you about cocoa butter lotion. If you ever want to hear about true suffering, it is the man who has never rubbed cocoa butter into his skin. Sir, welcome to an intensely moisturized world. All right, let's do this. So I'm going to play you a track called from a band called 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖙 off an album called Sarcoma. And I'm going to play you a track called 40 Stories. 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖚 is here. 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖚's having a time. 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖚 understands Twitch much better than me. So if you are looking for somebody who's like really good at growing their stream and like using bots and not just doing everything but just Twitch, go check his stream out. It's killer. But not right now though. Let's do it. I'm going to play you something off of Sarcoma, 40 Stories. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. All right, everybody survived a little bit of a heavier track, but yes, excellent, excellent band. Super cool, slightly progressive, a little bit genty. You've got those crazy opening bass lines, very groovy. I'm so stoked to have you guys here. Hey, my name is Crimsonclad. It's Fullforce Radio. Sepson is here. More and more people are rocking up. I'm an idiot at all of the platforms. Let's just put this out there. I don't use one particular one, and that's good and bad, because what you're supposed to do is get everybody to one platform and stuff them all in there and then extract money from them. It's not my goal, and also I'm not good at it. But wherever you may be, including places like Twitch, or Theta, or Vim, or Trovo, or YouTube, or listening on mspwaves.com, which is the website for the radio station, glad to have you. But what it means is I'm looking at Theta's streaming dashboard right now because I see cool new people have come and rocked up. Rebecca found me on my channel. Tim found me. I'm trying to figure out how to follow you guys back from this streaming dashboard, and I can't. I'm a dumb face, so give me a minute and I will figure it out. I will. All right, so we have been talking about stuff tonight, including the fact that I got a fancy hotel room to go see a metal show, and I could not find the toilet in my hotel room. I'm covered in bruises from crowd surfing and hanging out in the mosh pit, and my favorite gentleman, as Clay is mentioning, was there, and he is this guy in Vancouver that finds his way into the mosh pit with his cane, clears himself a space, and owns the fucking floor. And so, you know, I was looking to see, a lot of people were asking, oh, can you share the video and whatnot? I just want to make sure that people want to hang out, can come to the show and listen to the show or watch the show or do whatever they want to do wherever they are. And so just let me know if the Discord audio is bad. Click the person's name. You click, I thought I did that, but Rebecca's teaching me on the fly. So I did. I viewed your profile. And then I clicked view your profile. And then when it goes to your profile, it shows me, well, right now it shows me sweet fuck all. Doesn't show me anything. I don't know. It's not showing me anything at the moment. So we'll figure it out. It's probably because I'm streaming and I got a bunch of shit going on. Oh, I have to click your view channel. Got it. Okay. Oh, look at Rebecca's an affiliate. All right. I'm still here. It's still not letting me do anything, but I'll figure it out before the end of the show. Let me get back to what I was going to do. So what I was going to share with you guys is a quick video from the side of the circle pit, because I want to see if you guys can catch a glimpse of our good buddy who is just kicking it in the middle of the circle pit. And I'm trying to find the clip here. And all I can find is the clip of me in the mosh pit getting stuck, trying to crowd surf out. I think this is it. Let's just see. I'm going to try and share this with you guys. So I'm going to put it in the chat and we'll see. if you can see at the center of this circle pit, you can see my good buddy just standing there like a creepy, badass boss while the entire world revolves around him. It's pretty fucking awesome. I think this is the right video, but we'll see. So listen, there was some other stuff that I wanted to talk to you guys about, and it had nothing at all to do with the fact that I went to see some bands. And yeah, that's going to come up over the course of the night tonight, but I have some other dumb shit that I want to share with you. So, I mean, one of the things that I saw this morning is everybody's putting laugh reacts on it. So I think that's the right video. I hope that's the right video. I don't even know anymore. But one of the things I saw today was I saw a listing that's making its way around on Zillow. Now, I don't know what, I don't know. Here, let's just do this. Patience here, you might want to check because everybody else seems to be getting audio okay. But I'm going to share this with you because I'm not looking for a house. I'm not looking for anything in Illinois. But if you click on this particular Zillow listing, let's come over and let's get the browser up here again. So here's this Zillow listing. And the first thing you might notice is the pictures are something else. I'm looking at it and I'm wondering, why are people sharing this? Why is everybody showing off this stupid Zillow listing? Who gives a shit about this Zillow listing? You know, what is this even? So I'm taking a look. Wow, why can I not just do this? Let's see if we can make it work. All right. So I'm taking a look at this and I'm like, okay. And then I click to the second one and the third one. And as I'm looking through these photos, I don't know if you guys are looking around. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm following Otto. I will get away. I will find a way. But if you can't see this on the stream, and you might not be able to, I'll see if I can make it bigger yet. Let's see if we can make this bigger. Almost every photo. Here is a man in a Michael Myers mask sitting on the toilet, creeping out of a closet. And also, this is the weirdest looking house I've ever seen. But almost every photo of this place and all of the weird, it has 2 front doors. They both open onto each other. I don't know why. I'm very confused. But so as you look at this, not only is this absolutely the fucking house from hell, because maybe this is 3 front doors. Every few photos, there's fucking Michael Myers lurking in the shadow. How is this a thing to sell the house? Could this? What is happening here? He's in every fucking creepy area. You know, the more you look at this, the more you're like, what is happening? What is the layout of this house? And like, okay, listen, he's hiding behind the fucking curtains with a knife. If you were trying to sell your house, would this attract you or would this repulse you? Because genuinely, this is one of the stupidest things I've ever seen. But I can't look away, and it's clearly going viral. Clearly. Look at this. What is this house? Here, he's taking a shower. Here's Mike in the shower. I don't even know what these rooms are. There he is with a knife. Do something with a knife. Creepy basement. Carpeted basement room. I don't know. Yeah, a half doorway where you can see his feet. So I think you should look through this listing. I would like to know if you could get past the fact that that you're probably going to get axe murdered or knife murdered or serial killer murdered, or he'll make you a sandwich when you get this house. What is this layout? Is this a good gimmick? Do you think this is going to help sell the house faster? Look, he's even here behind the fucking tree if you look down in the corner. Do you think this will work? Would this work on you? I'm genuinely concerned. Would you buy this serial killer house? The housing market is viral. Yeah, exactly. It's rough right now. And yeah, does he come with the house? Is this false advertising? If I go there, I mean, that was a genuine concern for a long time, was that, you know, realtors would go to houses by themselves and then get stabbed. Like, no joke. We're not joking about that. That's awful. But I mean, is this a thing? I think this is a thing. I'm curious to know if this place will sell any quicker or overlisting because every freaking photo has Mike Myers just living his best life. I mean, I literally stopped because there are so many photos. I mean, like, I can't even explain to you. You'll have to go through them yourself. Look at, what is this even? He's in a tiny door. Why is the tiny door there? Why is he in it? I would shit my pants if I walked into this room and someone was like, hello. But also there are like cut in half closet doors. And this house seems not good. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. So I wanted you guys to see this today because it's showing up everywhere. And the more I look through the photos, the more confused and upset I get. What is this? What is happening? What? Is this so you know that the window coverings are nice? I mean, I don't know. Listen, it's just thought I'd ask. Just thought I'd ask you guys. Curious to know who wants this house. All right. How many ways can you die in that house without Michael Myers being in it? Yeah, I would have to do a little bit of investigating. I'd have to do a little bit of pondering, but I could probably come up with a couple for you. All right, so listen, we are going to continue along tonight. And we're going to play, since we just played some cool stuff that was a little bit heavier, we're going to kind of play some gothy stuff because I promised I would do that. I don't know what came over me, but it's been a week that I've wanted to... Hi, Krish! It's been a week where I've wanted to play some goth rock and roll as well. And it could just be because every now and again, typo negative just is a whole mood. But there are a lot of new bands that are pursuing this sound. And so I thought I'd try and find a little bit of a smattering of goth stuff from new all the way back to old and everything in between, just to mix in with some of the harder stuff for the night. So, so there's enough interest in murders and serial killers that murder podcasts and movies exist. It's true. I mean, arguably, maybe this is a Netflix thing. And I know many of you guys don't Netflix. And I know a lot of people don't always notice that, you know, like all of my jewelry is little skulls and I wear a little knife through my ear and, you know, things like that. I have like a little coffin on my necklace because if you're not up close and you're not looking at the details, I don't look spooky and that's fine. But I wonder if this is a Netflix thing because for a while there, everybody was just binging like the first 48, you know, all of the like cold case files, Making a Murderer. It was really interesting to see that for a while there, and especially kind of going into the last couple years, people just want to sit at home and watch or listen to stuff about other people getting murdered. It's a bit weird. Are you somebody who totally loves these sort of podcasts and documentaries? I've tried. Hey, Marco! I've tried a bunch of them, but I have to say I'm not quite like a... like a Netflix stab and chill, personally. The Theta Boys don't have the Pit video. Yeah, okay. I will find a way to get it. I will put like a link in the restream or something. I know, it's so dumb. And actually, we have to all mentally summon anarchist here because I've noticed that a lot of the Theta chat isn't being pushed back through. Ah! Jesus! Hey, Meme Mafia, welcome and all your people. Hi, I'm glad you just scared the shit out of me. We're talking about dumb stuff. We're talking about viral horror houses. We're talking about how I couldn't find the... Thank you for the donation. We're talking about how I couldn't find a toilet. Oh my goodness. I feel like we're just going to hear a lot of guitar for the next 5 seconds. But we're talking about how I couldn't find a toilet in my hotel room, how I got beat to shit in the Rotting Christ mosh pit, and we're talking about a bunch of dumb stuff. So this is a perfect time for a raid. Now, with all of you guys here, it's probably a good time to play some loud ass music. I was gonna play something a little bit gothic, and it seems like a good place since we're talking about, do you watch people stab each other? Would you live in a Michael Myers murder house? Can you help Crimsonclad find a toilet? This seems like a good place to put in some typo negative. Let's do Blood and Fire. It's a track that doesn't get as much play. Let's all throw down together. Let's hang out, and then we'll come back and we'll talk a little bit more about all sorts of dumb shit and whatever you guys want. Yes, and I will figure out what the fuck is going on in Theta and everywhere else. It's a party on Full Force Radio.
history to me. The seal of this 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖊𝖕. I have only myself to blame. Of all the women that I have known. 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆. Fire. No more nights of blood and fire. Oh, no more nights of blood. No more nights of fire.
There you go. So, in the meantime, bit of type O negative, blood and fire. Do I have any haunted artifacts? I know, or hunted artifacts. I'm going to think you're saying haunted. Haunted artifacts. I feel like you might low key. See, Grim Gaming's been here for like 4 minutes and already totally has me like absolutely pegged. Yeah. Do I have any haunted artifacts? Was it the fact that there is a giant piece of bone throne behind me? It's really hard to gesture to things on screen backwards. Yeah. So for those of you who are new to the stream, I love skulls. Everything that I wear, that I own, that I have around my house is skulls. You can't always tell. But this special little treasure behind me was a gift from my mom. And it is indeed a full-sized motherfucking gigantor bone throne. It is we're calling it the bone throne. I told a story one time about how my mom was really excited and kept saying, I'm sitting in the bone throne. It was like, oh, mom, fuck. But then she bought it for me. And it turns out it's so big, it actually fills up my entire streaming room. So for now, it's living under my desk and it's just creeping around in the background. But yeah, like low-key, I'm sure something in here is haunted. All right, so here's the deal. We have 2 more things that I want to talk about over the course of the night. We're only halfway through the show. I have another like hour and a half of dumb shit. Yeah, Sepson's just like, Bone Throne! Somebody has to find the clip from Twitch of the Bone Throne and we'll share it. And you guys, if you want to hear the Bone Throne story and you want to see me like pee my pants laughing while making fun of my mother live on stream, hi Theta Dog, then by all means, we'll share the story. So before the break, I was talking about this stupid, haunted, terrible listing that I'm seeing everywhere. This Zillow listing. Hey, you're 𝖍𝖎𝖘𝖔𝖉. We should probably do a shot. Nobody's going to level up, but I feel like I owe Julia or Ron or somebody a shot. Let's do it. Since everybody's here. Let's do that. But so over the course of the night tonight, I've talked about Devastation on the Nation, which is a cool fucking metal touring concert festival, and talked a little bit about getting to see Ronnincrice and 𝖭𝑍𝖎 and 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖙 and Abigail Williams and Ghost Bath. And then I was telling everybody about how I could not find the toilet in my hotel room. And I was thinking, am I that dumb? Yeah, probably. And it seems to be about 50-50. The consensus is I'm super dumb. But also, no, the design was bad. But so I got stuck in my hotel room and couldn't find my toilet. And then we've just kind of taken the full circle route around to, here is this listing of a bizarre, badly designed house, but also they're trying to sell the house with pictures of Michael Myers and have like holding a knife in every fucking picture. Would you buy the house? And some of you guys, I saw that there was, I mean, some people would even buy the Manson house. I'm going to say murder houses, a doom house, if we're really going old internet days. Murder houses is bad juju. Now, I mean, I've never really thought about it, but odds are if a place is over X amount of years old, somebody's probably died in it. If there have been previous owners, I mean, most houses are probably murder houses, right? Maybe not murder houses, ghost houses, doom houses, death houses. Death is natural. It comes for us all. So does that freak you out? I don't think it freaks me out. But I do think that somebody trying to sell their house by pretending to be a knife-wielding serial killer, thanks, Jerry, less fun. It could just be me, but like slightly less fun. Oh, Clay says at least 2 people. And Marco is not impressed at all. He says they could have done it better. Okay, so if you were going to stage a house, if you were going to stage something ridiculous to sell your house, if you were going to have some kitschy thing going on, get yourself a costume, like what would you do then? Step up. Tell me what you would do. I will say in one of my previous apartments, we had black lights. Oh, you're all over the place. Good man. Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. So in my old apartment, we used to always have black lights, and we used to, paint everything in black light paints and like have, beer pong parties and stuff. But one thing that I did do before I left that apartment is, do you guys remember the movie The Warriors? The guy with the bottles on his finger, the "Can you dig it?" Crypto Punisher says, yeah, wait till you see the fucking Shadow pack. Exactly. Yeah, you're the Warriors, right? Warriors, come out and play. When, yes, back in the day, I used UV reactive hairspray because it's clear, right? And I painted a giant warrior symbol across the wall of my kitchen, the graffiti. And you could only see it in black lights. And I left it. And I still think to this day, did the person who moved into my shitty slum apartment, is that still there? Because nobody who moves into a new house is going to take out a black light and look around. I don't want to know. In fact, when I moved into this place, the black lights have never come out of their boxes. I don't want to know. I don't want to see it. So I'm wondering, a small part of me thinks someday if I go back there, I mean, am I going to see like just a jizz splattered mayhem, or maybe, just maybe, is it still there? I'll see if I can find it. You're right. By now, maybe it would, maybe it would be painted over, but I'll find a picture for you guys while we're at it. So cheers, whatever you may have, including just life or water. Stay hydrated, friends. Take a drink. Anybody that levels up in chat gets a shot. And I'm going to do... Everybody wants to know the history. No. Listen, some of you guys are here on the internet right now. I know what your house probably looks like in a black light. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. Right? Right. Let's do this. All right. So, over the course of the night, we usually play a lot of heavy metal. We play rock and roll. We play loud music. There's a lot of screaming, a lot of fun. And we usually talk about dumb stuff. And a lot of the time, my shows have themes. Like, I will pull together music that all kind of has a similar sound or a similar subject, or we'll tell a stupid story. Tonight, hell no. It's just fun stuff I want to play for you. But one thing that we're going to kind of go one way or another way, I have 2 things I want to talk to you about. And there's one that's a little bit sexy. And then there's one that's incredibly stupid. Which do you prefer? What direction, if you could guide the show here, should we go in, at the top of the hour? Because we are, of course, at the halfway point of the show. Duh.
Fullforce Radio with Crimsonclad.
Yeah. So we're at the halfway point of the show here now. And I'm thinking... What do you guys want to hear about? Because there are 2 things, and one of them is an opinion thing, and one of them is like, I'm not sure what will happen. Not playing around. Yeah, we don't here. And some nights it gets very sloppy and very messy, and things go downhill a lot. But you just get used to it, and it's fine. Okay? So I'm going to go looking for that Warriors thing. I'm going to get the Theta guys, some of the mosh pit video. I'm going to play another track, and then we're going to come around and we'll see what wins out, whether it is slightly sexy or slightly stupid. And we're going to get to both of them. I just want to know what trajectory do we take? Do we do stupid first and end up with, who knows? We'll figure it out. Don't we have time for both? Of course we have time for both. Arguably, I'm not one without the other. Arguably. The not sure what will happen one, the slightly stupid one. Yeah, okay. So here's the deal. I will show you guys and we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I just maybe I don't know. Here's the deal. Earlier today, let's flip over. Nope, not right. Not correct. Although, wow, there's a lot of people watching on Vim. Not working. Why is it not working? Boo. Probably because it's not actually. Okay, I have one more thing we'll try. We'll put it in the nets over here. We'll upload it. And then we'll open it in a new window and then everybody on the stream can see it. So here's the drill. Let's try that. It worked. I saw this meme today. Now, I really like cephalopods. I'm kind of obsessed with like cephalopods, squid, cuttlefish, octopi, that kind of thing. And so I saw this meme on somebody's timeline today. And it says, want a squid fact? Text squid to 1-833-SCI-TEXT. And it's on the Squidmobile. And I thought, I want to text this number. I'm going to do it on air. So I just thought maybe, like, do you guys want to know a squid fact? Should we text? Should we randomly text? No, I'm not. I'm going to do it right now. That's what I'm saying. Do you guys want to know a squid fact? I mean, I feel like, what's the worst thing that could happen if I send my phone number to someone on the internet? What's the worst thing that can happen, guys? Help me out here. All right. 1-833. What's SCI-TEXT? Oh no, I don't have numbers on my keyboard. How do we spell something out? Oh gosh, guys, help. Let's do this. Phone keys 2 letters. Can we do that? Layout. Is there a picture? Aha. Okay. Internet's helping. 1-833-SCI-TEXT. So what is that? 7. Everybody who's watching is like, oh my God, is this a heavy metal show? 2, 4, 8, 3, TEX, what's X? 9, 8. Yeah, okay. So if we want to send to them, and I'm just going to type in capital letters, squid. Yeah. Let's see what happens. I don't know. All right. So in the interim, let's play some fucking music. Let's do this. Let's try it out. God, I hope I get a squid text. I'm going to be so excited if I do. We just did typo negative, and we snuck in there some 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 earlier, and I was talking a little bit about some really fast double kicks and some good groovy stuff. So if it's cool with you guys, there is brand new Fallujah, and I thought, hell, let's play. Gosh, I'm going to fix the screen here. Guys, I'm concerned. I texted. Oh, my phone's really dirty. Fix, phone, fix. Well, you can't tell, but I texted Squid. I did. I'll try and show you. We'll have to see if I did it right. I'm going to look this up. During the next track, we are going to get a Squid answer. Come hell or high water. But I'm going to play you guys a new track by Fallujah. They have a new vocalist. It is really good. And that's interesting to me because I haven't liked a lot of their recent releases. So let's see what you guys think. This is a little bit heavier. We will mix and match. When we come back, we're going to do some slightly gothy black and roll, and we will finish up with some heavy shit, and we will also go back. Hey, hashtag, bro, hi. While everybody's talking about tentacles, you dirty, filthy people, it is a gentle cuttlefish. It is a delightful squid. Not everything has to go in your orifices, okay? Listen, let's do this. It's a track called Radiant Ascension, which is something none of you perverts will do. Turn it up.
Hold
right. There you go. Man, oh man. New 𝖊𝖎𝖆, actually really solid, really good. If you love fast blast beats, unclean singing, cool sort of prog melodies, I'm excited. This is a 𝖊𝖎𝖆 I can get behind. And yeah, the album cover is sick. So across all the chats, everybody is suggesting that I get another squid fact. So here it is. Just came in. I don't know how to make it show up on the screen properly. See, I suck. Oh, there you go. Here's your next squid fact. Pygmy squid are the smallest of all squid at around 16 millimeters, 1 inch. They use their ink cloud as hunting blinds. They shoot out a little cloud of ink, hide behind it, and then lunge through the ink to attack prey. Would you like another squid fact? You guys, this feels like Starship Troopers. I feel like we're having a Starship Troopers like info propaganda session. Would you like to know more? Desire to know more intensifies. So hey, welcome to Fullforce Radio. We are super dumb here. We're having a good time. Everybody in chat over on the Discord is posting tentacle gifs. Nothing surprises me about that. Welcome to Fullforce Radio. But so I have hunting farts. You know, I hadn't thought of them as hunting farts, but yeah, I guess that's exactly what that is. Can you imagine doing that in real life? Just letting out some sort of cloudy shart and then leaping through a cloud of your own stink to attack someone? That's, yeah, Fullforce Radio. But so this is delightful. Guys, this is the dumbest thing I've ever done, but I love squid. And I'm just so excited because I literally just randomly texted my number, not a good idea, to the Squid Facts hotline, and I am probably paying like $2 a squid fact. And honestly, I'm okay with it. In fact, I'm fine with it. In a lot of cases, I think this is acceptable and it's worth the money. So, I guess, should we get one more squid fact while we're on our while we're on a roll tonight? Oh Lord. So yeah, I swear this is a metal show. And I do play a lot of everything, and I have some great tracks for the rest of the night. But yeah, they're actually really good facts, by the way. Yeah, it did just come out yesterday, Eileen. It is my job. Eileen, it's my job to find songs for your ears, and I put them... I was going to back into your ears. I got to work on my lyrics on the fly, but you know. So yeah, it's my job. Find new music, get good loud metal, have a good time. I'm just rolling back through chat. Somebody suggested that I tase the squid. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why would you tase a squid? My God. But so the other thing that you guys wanted to do was you wanted me to try and get a link to this. I will see if it's possible for me. No, I don't know. I'm sorry, dudes. I'll try and figure it out so that I can also share that the link to that video. Or let's see, can I watch it? Okay, we can, but it has actual fucking it has sound with it. So I'll have to figure out how to open this in a new thing and show you guys the circle pit. No tasing the squid. Kitty Girl is saying, I stepped away for a second. Did you get a squid fact? And the answer is, I did. I now have gotten 2 squid facts. And in fact, people are now pushing me to spend more money and get more squid facts. This is a good question mark. Where can you find the playlists? Otto, that is a fantastic question. And I am going to immediately put down my phone and tell you. So here's the deal. Fullforce Radio is over on Spotify. So one of the biggest problems, and I'll quickly just kind of tell everybody brand new or old or whatever. Here's the deal. The replays go up on YouTube, Twitch, Vim TV, wherever you want to watch. 𝖭𝖐𝐻, I think, has replays for a while. You can watch anytime. But if you just want to know where the music is, I do my best to do follow-up posts, but I also keep each of the Spotify playlists and I make them public. There have been approximately, give or take, 183 episodes of Full Force Radio. I have been doing this stream / whatever for 5 years. It's insane. It's a lot of music. And so I have a couple of different places that you can check it out. But one of the ones that's not perfectly updated, but the easiest place to find everything is if you go to the main Full Force Radio Spotify playlist. Every song I've ever played is on there, and I update it every night after the show. You can actually go there. You can follow me on Spotify, and then you can find episode by episode the playlists if you want. So if there's something you like, add it to your Spotify, listen to it, and then remember, go to somewhere like Bandcamp, because Spotify is hot trash. But lots of good music. So shall we do one more squid fact? Yes, we can. Grim is saying that squids can push through the hole the size of an inch. And that's true. Shit. I'm sorry, Otto. It's not that I'm not trying to give you the link. It's that for whatever reason, the Theta bridge is broken tonight. And normally it's working. So, of course, you can see it come up over on the overlay. And then you guys over here on Theta don't get it. My apologize. I suck. I'm the worst DJ. Boo hiss boo. Right? Okay, we're going to do one more squid fact. So yes, they can go through tiny little holes. And in fact, one of the first documentaries I ever watched about octopi was about an octopus where they left him in a tank. Hi! I don't know how to say her name, but it's cool. Kabulusba. Hi. They left an octopus in a tank in the middle of a dark room. And he realized that people would come across this room and they'd feed him and they'd leave again and they'd go out a door. And so that octopus put 2 and 2 together and was like, fuck it, I'm going to go out that door. And he waited till the middle of the night. He crawled out of his tank, out of the water. He slimed across the floor and smooched underneath a door, the crack under a door. As long as their beak fits through the hole, the rest of their body is so fucking squishy that they just... It's wild and disgusting and cool. And damn, nature, you scary. I don't know, man. The ocean is majestic and also full of murder. All right, let's do it. We're going to text for one more squid fact. This is the coolest. Oh, no. Oh, no, I texted 2 for all done. No, I want to. No, okay. I have an option. We hope you've enjoyed the Squid Facts hotline. It's a project of Skype a scientist. You can learn more, and there's a Patreon for it, but there is still the option to text 1 for your next squid fact. So let's correct my mistake and get 1 more squid fact. I am going to look up over the course of tonight what I'm being charged for this. I want you guys to know how much money I spend on your enjoyment. A gentle kiss alongside a squid fact. All right, while we're waiting for that, here's the deal. I promised you guys some more Gothy music tonight, and I wanted to share something with you because obviously I really love 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖏. And I love sort of this Norwegian, Scandinavian metal, and I've mentioned these guys quite a bit. And of course, because I was going to see them, I played them last week, and I play them a lot. So in the interest of kind of mixing things up, I'm going to play you something by a band or bands by some of the members and some crossover members of other places. Now, if you guys remember, I've played something by a band called 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖙 for you guys before. And so if you're thinking about members who are in 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖏, they went off and they formed a side project. And so there's also members in this band of like 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖛, somebody who plays with 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖛, electronic musicians, and yeah, members from 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖏. They've created this cool side project that is like slightly metal, psychedelic, 70s style rock and roll. And it's really cool. So I'm going to play something by 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖏𝖏, but they actually created a second side project. And the second side project is called Black Void. And Black Void has started releasing singles now too. And so this is fascinating because you have a member who's in one band. He's created 2 side projects, and the 2 side projects are meant to be antitheses of each other. So where 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖏𝑚 is open and uplifting and curious about nature and, you know, all this shit, upbeat, electronic tinged 80s style psychedelic metal, you've got Black Void And the way that they describe themselves is no morality, no knowledge, no God, no meaning. Black void is nihilistic aggression and desperation, furious and unrepentant in attitude. So the reality is yeah, and Irrekanji's like, yeah, man, it doesn't even matter. And it's true. We're going to play something by both tonight. And it's sort of like I'm playing 𝖍𝖎𝖏, but I'm also just opening up our horizons. So you can pick your flavor. White void, black void, doesn't matter. Stare long enough into the void and it'll stare back into you. Stare long enough into the void and there'll be a man dressed as Michael Myers, possibly a squid in a Michael Myers suit. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. Every Thursday, Friday, whatever time it is for you, wherever you are right now, I do this. Hopefully you have fun listening to music and also think I'm an idiot for spending a lot of... Squid fact! It gave me the same squid fact. And I think I'm going to ask for one more and then we'll find out if I'm wasting my money. It's telling me about the pygmy squids again. So I'm going to ask again. My phone bill... Oh, here we go. Cuttlefish, which are related to squid, have 300 color changing units per square inch that can change color instantaneously. Those cells are called chromatophores. Would you like another squid fact? Listen up, friends. I can actually expound on this with my own cuttlefish knowledge. Would you like to know? I'm telling you, we need to make some kind of weird cuttlefish dashboard that's like, would you like to know more? In the style of Spaceship Troopers. Instead of bugs, it's squids. But here's the thing. So I actually know something about this. The cool thing about cuttlefish is not only can they control all of these cells and change colors like that, they can control them all individually. And so something sneaky that cuttlefish do, and I swear to God, this is a heavy metal radio show, something cool that cuttlefish can do is often they will sneak around. And, you know, we all know the men and ladies like to get it on sometimes. And what ends up happening is the big men push their way in and scoop up all the ladies. How do the little men compete? And the answer is, if you're a cuttlefish, you actually swim in between. You swim up between a dude and a woman. On the side where the big alpha cuttlefish is, you show woman colors. And on the side where the lady cuttlefish is, you show a mating display. Cuttlefish can literally two-face themselves. And they can show different fish around them, different colors. And often they will be sneaky little fucks and like get into places they're not supposed to be by changing specific colors depending on who's looking at them. Now you know. Squid facts, excellent. I knew that one. It didn't come from my phone. What a night. It's a bad night. Why are you guys still here? Jesus Christ. It's a metal show. Sepson says that's way too much work for a threesome. Agreed. So shall we do White Void? Let's do it. I want to play you a track from the most recent album, 2021. It's called Anti. I want to play you a track called All Chains Rust and All Men Die. If we're gonna do it, let's just do it. What is dead may never die. I'm gonna find that text that I sent to Lacey that says, jump in the pit, if we die, we die. Meanwhile, you're gonna listen to some fun black and roll, psychedelic, heavy metal rock, and we'll come back here because we still got an hour in the show and a lot more music. My name's Crimsonclad, and this is Fullforce Radio. It's very Doors.
Sparks of ashes, be the fire, watching the hands, take it closer to the sky, while I'm drowning.
there we go. So, tonight has been quite a night. We've been texting for squid facts, and I'm so tempted to get more. And in fact, I've been telling you cuttlefish facts. I've been expanding on what the scientists have been texting me about cuttlefish. Also, oof, my phone is disgusting. Ugh. But there you go. Cuttlefish, talking about cuttlefish on the squid facts. See, there you go. We could get another one, but I could legitimately be paying like $12,000 per text for these. And I'm like, worth it? But there you go. So yeah, totally 70s kind of sound, very sort of like Doorsy and just that wild sort of electric organ that really dominated in the late 70s and moved into the 80s. And a lot of that really is, the singer of 𝖍𝖎𝖎, or the vocalist and keyboardist from 𝖍𝖎𝖎, in a bunch of these different projects. And you hear him and he has a very distinct voice. But after this, we'll talk for a little bit. It was badass. It's a great track. The whole album is excellent. Really, really recommended. But it's so interesting to know that here's all these musicians who have created these great bands. They're touring, they're doing amazing stuff. And then they just want to keep creating, and they want to do something else, and they want to explore, and they want to spread their wings, but we're having a squid kind of show. So I guess they want to spread their tentacles and explore other stuff. And so, through the course of the night, we talked about Rotting Christ. We talked about Rotting Christ doing a crossover track, brand new one, beautiful one called Holy Mountain, which was, of course, be more of a cuttlefish. Blah. I mean, they have a lot of tentacles. They could probably cuddle you. Gentle cuttlefish. They're very nice. Squid, maybe not so much, but cuttlefish, they're just nice guys. So what we'll do is we'll play the flip side and we'll play the Black Void. But before we got caught up in the squid facts, I can't believe I fucking texted a number off a meme and got an answer. That's absolutely delightful. I just want to throw it out there. This is the best night of my life. The bar is low. Every night is the best night of my life because it's the current life that I'm living in. But so, it's funny because Kitty Girl has been sharing some cool stuff about octopus, like escaping and things like that. And this might be really nerdy, but I'm going to throw it out there. She's been sharing this cool thing about how octopi can do stuff like use their suckers to manipulate something as sort of a tool or a concept, like a screw-on lid on a jar. Did any of you guys, when you were young, because many of you are gamers and nerdos like me, did any of you guys, when you were young, did you ever play educational computer games? I had the best, coolest, nerdiest parents, and they were both programmers when I was growing up. Both of them worked in industries with big money, emerging tech. And so when I was growing up, I had a computer really early. I had, computer games really early. I was exposed to a lot of these sorts of things, arguably before a lot of people I knew. And so my parents, for the first little bit, they always bought me educational games. Oh, yeah? Okay. Let's see what everybody's saying. Sepsins is a typing game. Yeah, if you're of my age, the typing game was 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 teaches typing. But I also had Treasure Mountain, Treasure Math Storm. But the ones that I'm thinking of are EcoQuest. And there's one called EcoQuest Search for Cetus. And you go under, you're Adam, and your dad's an ecologist. And you go under the water and you make friends with a dolphin and you're looking for a whale and you find the lost city of Atlantis. And it's just saying, we should probably play it on stream one of these days. It's an old Sierra game. Love them. But the reason it makes me think of it is there is specifically, you can earn a bunch of points, but they're easy to miss, is you find a jar and you need something out of the jar, but you can't open it because you are too weak. So if you explore around enough and you go down in little cracks and crevices, there's an angry ass octopus. If you pick up the jar and you can't open it, but you've already found the octopus, you could give the jar to the octopus and the octopus will open it for you. That's how I learned at a very young age that octopi know how to open jars. Education! Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. Am I showing my age or whatever? I don't care. I'm not even that old. I'm old. I'm ageless like Cthulhu. I slumber in the depths with the squid and the cuttlefish, but also I'm a baby yet. So, listen, Full Force Radio. Yeah, right? Dorky. Fun. Silly. I played all the King's Quest games growing up, and we've talked about this a lot on the show because everybody's like, "Oh, you should do a gaming stream." And I keep saying, "Yeah, I'm totally going to pick a day and we're going to play stupid video games." Time. I have none, but someday, yes. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get cool and people are going to just pay me to exist, and I'm going to spend all my time entertaining you / boring you / making you laugh at me, not with me, whichever. Or buying you squid facts. I'm going to spend all my time buying you squid facts. Just one more squid fact. Just one more question. But this is the last one, I swear, because I do have to find out how much these cost. One more squid fact. And actually, I should introduce you guys to my new squiggle friend. I have a new friend named Squiggle. Oh, here you go. Cephalopods have been on Earth for longer than trees. I didn't know that. Did you guys know that? I mean, I knew trees were not a thing at first. I knew that vegetation started to adapt and started keeping like CO2 and shit and, you know, having its trunks full of carbon and stuff like that. $20 a fact. God, don't say that. Knock on wood. But yeah, I did not know that. I did not know that we had true cephalopods before we had trees. Yeah, gigantic fuck off like squids hiding in the depths of the ocean. Somebody that I texted off a meme, off a picture of the back of somebody's vehicle told me it. Therefore, it must be true. Like, honestly, can you imagine if there's some guy on the other end of this line who's just making shit up? Just legitimately just pulling shit out of his ass. The next one is going to be like, squids on every third Saturday of the month all get together and vote out their least favorite member of the squid tribe. Like, you know what I mean? What if he just like runs out of facts and starts just making shit up? Am I talking to a real scientist? I don't know. I have so many questions. But yeah, fish are kind of alien. I mean, honestly, almost everything on Earth is shocking from our worldview. Like, if you really kind of just jump back into that place of disbelief and whatever, and you just kind of look at the world around you, everything is fucking weird. Everything. This planet is full of strange shit. It's fucking majestic. All right, so am I a real octopus doctor? Well, Clay, if you have to ask, you can't afford my services. So there. Let's do this. So I promised you we would play the opposite of White Void. We played White Void. Now I'm going to play you Black Void. And so these are a number of the same musicians. So you have a member of 𝖱𝖎𝖎, you have someone who's been playing with 𝖍𝖊𝖆𝖆. But after you've had all these other stuff, they are now exploring essentially black metal, extreme metal, and sort of the complete antithesis of the music that they've been making with their other side project. So we're going to do this. It's a brand new release. It's called Dadaist Disgust. Since we're here and having all... This planet was built to torture its inhabitants. That is some fucking simulation theory stuff. You and Elon should talk it out. I'm going to do this. We're going to play a little bit more music, and then I have got one very heavy track to end the show with. And when I say heavy, Dr. Puss. Oh, boo. That's bad, and you should feel bad, Dr. Puss. I don't remember what I was saying. I didn't want to say anything else. I just want to be like, it's terrible. Let's just play some black metal. fucking good. So there you go. Believe it or not, that was the exact same band as the track before. Pretty crazy, the wild amount of ranges. Now, I'm not going to lie, I'm a black and death metal kind of girl, so I would definitely rank 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 above 𝖍𝖕𝖆𝖙. They're both fantastic. They're musicians I totally love, but there is some fucking crab rave going down in chat over on Theta. We should do that. We should load up the Oculus one of these days and do crab rave 𝖕𝖆𝖆. Hi, Chalky. Good to see you. So I'm having a time. 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖆 finally made it. Hey, man, how you doing? We're having so much fun. And so I was trying to load up some of the GIFs and stuff that I was taking. I created some GIFs and I tried to take some video and such while I was in the pit for Rotting Christ. So this is just one of them. Oh, it's not really doing its thing, is it? Do your thing. There you go. I have no idea if it's actually playing over on the overlay. But yeah, I also tried to take some video. I also tried to take some video while I was crowd surfing Rotting Christ, and I tried to share it in the chat and I couldn't. So I'm just taking a peek here to see if I'm able. Ooh, no, let me delete that. Sorry, I just realized that that's a bad one. I just shared a screenshot that actually had somebody's phone number in it. So I yanked it back real quick. If you were quick, you could have gotten it. And some of you might have. Please be cool. But yeah, so I am pulling up all the stuff from while I was throwing down in the mosh pit recently. It was my first mosh pit back. I'm not going to lie. After like 3 years, first solid mosh pit back, and it felt real good. It really did. So tonight's been a disaster. There was this whole plan to like have just a functioning show, and instead we have covered such topics as how my entire body is covered in bruises and scratches from the mosh pit. Like there was a girl beside me in the pit. She looked amazing. She had these spiky ass shoulder pads, and they scratched the fuck out of my back and down my side, and my arms are all messed up. And yeah, Grim, you need to go to a concert one day. I agree. Concerts are really cool. There's something about live music that just is awesome. Now, you don't have to be stupid like Crimsonclad. You do not have to like throw yourself in a pit. It's not required, but I do like it. It's good fun. And so I did. I crowd surfed Rotting Christ. I went over the rail. You want to go to Slipknot. Well, so here's the thing. You're new to the stream, but actually not this week, but last week I went to go see Slipknot. And it was something else, I will say. We talked a little bit about how Slipknot was one of those bands that for a lot of us, it got us into heavier music. And, you know, it is what it is. But so here's the deal. Over the course of tonight, we've been talking about things like, yeah, Crim got absolutely destroyed in the pit. Like I said, I'm not going to show you guys my feet on stream. There's a little bit of a foot in the background, but I'm not going to show you my feet on stream, but the tops of my feet are covered in bruises. I got like a kidney shot. Absolutely worth it. 1,000% worth it. But then we started talking about other stuff, and it got downhill. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, and actually, it was quite surprising because I thought maybe they'd do like a Joey Jordison tribute, and they didn't really. But yeah, so in any case, then we started talking about how I could not find the toilet in my hotel room, and I was hoping you guys would make me feel better about not being so freaking stupid that I literally couldn't find the toilet in my own hotel room. We talked about that, and we talked about bad design, and then I was showing you guys that there is someone who is selling a house, and the attempt to sell the house is they've got someone who is wearing a Mike Myers serial killer outfit, mask, has a knife, and is in all the photos. All of the photos. You are almost right, Marco. Have an awesome sleep. You're always a champ. You stay up so late. The next track is Sisters of Mercy. But the track after that, yeah, absolutely. It would be nightmare time for you. But yeah, so for Sepson's asking, I couldn't find the toilet. It was hidden. The room was designed all modern, and it was a super fancy hotel room. And it took me like 40 minutes to find the toilet in my hotel bathroom. Yep. I was panicking, thinking I was going to have to call the front desk and ask, where do I go pee-pee? So we talked about that. We talked about the murder house. We've been talking about a bunch of dumb stuff. And in fact, we were sharing memes around, and I was sharing the fact that with you guys that I found a meme that was the 𝖭𝖫𝖆𝐵, and I thought it was the coolest because it was the 𝖭𝖫𝖆𝐵. Well, it turns out that the 𝖭𝖫𝖆𝐵 is still running, and I texted the number that was in the meme, and I played it, and now we're getting squid facts from a scientist, apparently. I don't know if it's true. I think it's a bot, but we're getting squid facts. So tonight has been a whole fucking thing. It's been a whole thing. I assume the bathroom was the last place you looked. Yeah, you snarky buttheads. Listen, I showed it on stream. You'll have to go back. I showed the pictures. The toilet was disguised, okay? Sepson's asking me the cost. I don't know. I'll look at my bill. It's probably not instantaneous, but I will go look at my bill and I'll see if I can find out what the cost is. And we'll learn about how sad Crimsonclad is. Yeah, squid facts. Facts. True facts. The only truth on the internet comes from the squid facts. But in the meantime, I did say to you guys that I did want to play some... I did want to play some more kind of gothy stuff, and I've been playing some goth and roll in between some other stuff. Do we still get to hear about something sexy? Yes and no. The gender-bending cuttlefish is not the sexy thing, unless, for you personally, it is the sexy thing. We don't judge. No, today I saw a tweet, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not good at doing the Twitter twatter, tweeter twoot, but I saw a tweet, and it brought me the greatest joy that I have seen in a long time, and I thought I wanted to know... I wanted to know if you guys also felt the same way. So here's the deal. Susan Sarandon today, somebody wrote a tweet and she retweeted it, and I saw it and I thought it was amazing. So here's the tweet. One of the worst things Hollywood ever did was stop making movies where Susan Sarandon gets to act slutty. Now more than ever. And Susan Sarandon retweeted it and said, "There's still time." And I was like, yes. Sexy Susan Sarandon. Agreed. Do you still think Susan Sarandon is smoking hot? Would you like to see sexy Susan Sarandon in a movie? Because apparently she's so on board. And there's just something about this that she found a tweet about herself and somebody saying that she should be slutty and sexy and that all of Hollywood's ills would be cured if Susan Sarandon just went back to being slutty. And she was like, yes, I should be. And I'm like, okay, I can get behind this. So if so, where is your Susan Sarandon from? Okay, so Sepson. Hi, welcome. If you are okay, oh no, Clay's gonna say Susan Sarandon's not hot. No good. You've never found her remotely attractive at anything. Really though? Like really? I don't know. I'd hit it. I'd definitely hit it. Absolutely. So, Janet from Rocky Horror. Everybody says hell yeah. My standards aren't in the stratosphere. I'm just saying, we need more slutty Susan Sarandon movies, no? I was so excited for this, and nobody else is on this, huh? All right. Okay. Fair enough. Apparently, she was just in a movie at 73 where she has a threesome, but I haven't seen that. I don't know. I don't watch movies for the porn. I'm just saying, I highly think that, yeah, Hollywood probably could be fixed by giving Susan Sarandon roles where she could be slutty. I agree with this. This sounds right to me. I mean, that's probably better than everything else in Hollywood these days. Can we not agree on that? But I think Gates McFadden, yeah. Gates McFadden, also still pretty good looking. She's kind of like spooky. She's kind of like spooky thin, but for those of you who don't know and you're all like not quite as nerds, it's too bad I don't know who it is. Grim Gaming, I'm starting to think you might be a little young. Gates McFadden is Dr. Crusher. Gates McFadden is Dr. Crusher from Star Trek. Ask me how I know. And by that, I mean, don't ask me. I'm definitely not one of those. All right, so listen up. Listen up. Let's not worry about it. The Star Trek lady. Yes, the Star Trek lady. Susan Sarandon's looking great, okay? I'm just saying, why not give more slutty roles to Susan Sarandon? Tell me what the downside is. I'd consider yourself young. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Like I said, I'm as old as Cthulhu, but I'm also fairly young in my mind. So let's continue on. Let's play a little bit more music because we're blowing through time like crazy. But I mean, I like Susan Sarandon. Damn it, Janet. So here's the deal. Since we are indeed, yeah, exactly, no downside granny porn. Yikes. I'm not saying necessarily porn, just more movies where, you know, I don't know, or like Sigourney Weaver. We need more women rolling around being like, are you the key holder or the gatekeeper or what, keymaster or whatever? I don't know. Just slutty roles. Bring them back. You know, cheesecake up Hollywood again. Listen, let's focus. Let's focus in. I did mention things would be a little gothy tonight. So for every like face melter, face ripper of a track, you know, yeah, Sigourney is rather masculine, but then every now and again I see her in something and I'm like, yeah, okay. All right. Every now and again. Pushy lady. Yeah. So here's the deal, Chop Lamb. Chop Lamb's saying that the chat history looks a little bit porny, and I agree. It is because we are getting squid facts, and for a brief period there, chat went both on a tangent. Tangent was partially on tentacles and partially on pooping. And when you put the two of those together, that is a full force radio chat. That's quintessential FFR. So, little bit gothy tonight. For every face ripper of a track, for every Fallujah, for every Alluvial, for every Uada, for all of these bands, for every black void, for all of the black metal that I have just melted your face with tonight. Playing something kind of fun and dancey and gothy. So, if you guys have been around for Full Force Radio for, you know, one of the gajillion years that I've been doing this, you guys know I will talk a lot about Sisters of Mercy. Sisters of Mercy is an incredibly influential sort of goth new wave bands out of England in the 1980s. And they did a bunch of tracks. And one of the tracks that I've kind of done a deep dive on this show is called This Corrosion. And we talked a little bit about how the choir in that was so expensive. It was this crazy music video, and how the influence that came from that sort of imagery, this very sort of gothy imagery and keyboard and vocal choir driven depressive but dancey sound influenced a ton of metal musicians, like a shocking amount of metal musicians. These bands that were making this sort of dark and spooky, slightly sexy dance music were the ones who were really putting ideas in metal musicians' heads. And there's still, to this day, a ton of black and death metal musicians who talk about Sisters of Mercy as an important part of their inspiration. So every now and again, when I'm in like a real upper mood like this, because we're all getting squid facts, squid, this is the squid, right? See my tentacles? I'm squidding about. You guys can all do a squid dance at home if you'd like. But while I'm in such a great mood and while we're having such a fun, weird, bouncy back and forth kind of night, I want to put some Sisters of Mercy in your ear. So that's what we're going to do. And so I'm not going to play This Corrosion because This Corrosion is like 12 minutes long and it is one of the best dance tracks of all time. But I thought, given sort of the world climate today and given sort of the way that tonight's playlist is gone, I'm going to play you a track called Dominion / Mother Russia. We're going to do that. It's a little bit longer. It's a hella dance party. We're going to do that. And then the last track, or the last couple tracks of the night, will be a little bit heavier. But we need some dancing. We need to turn it up. We need a throwback to the 80s. We need to recognize where all of these cool, spooky, fun, progressive, electronic tinged bands come from. The bands that started out in black metal, but have moved their way into like progressive, like techno, atmospheric shit like the 𝖊𝖕𝖆hs and the 𝖊𝖕𝖆hs of this world. Let's do it. Let's have a time. Let's have some Sisters of Mercy on Full Force Radio. All right. Sisters of Mercy. A classic fucking track. It doesn't get quite as much play as some of the other tracks from that particular album, but also I need to upload Squiggle Friend. So yes, I was just saying the last thing of the night, I wanted to show you guys my new Squiggle Friend, my angry red Squiggle Friend. I saw him while I was getting dog food, and hell, I had to have him because if you know Crimsonclad, and maybe you don't, but you might have noticed that red is sort of my aesthetic. Red and black and skulls all over. And so as I was walking by, I have a tank that I've been cycling. And I've been growing a bunch of plants in it. It's really beautiful. And it's been sitting empty because I've been trying to decide what to do with it. Well, I walked by and I saw the angriest, meanest, reddest fish I've ever seen. And he saw me and he looked at me and he made a big face and he squiggled angrily at me. And I said, God damn it, that fish and I are going to be best friends. And so I did indeed bring that fish home. So for those of you who are wondering what Squiggle Friend looks like, here he is. This is the day that I brought. It's a beta. It's a fighting fish. And you can see him. He's an asshole and I adore him and he's red. So that's Squiggle Friend. So everybody's asking me about updates and stuff. So here's a GIF of Squiggle Friend. And this is why his name is Squiggle. Is because when he gets sassy, he's a very angry little dude. So he's a delight. I'm very excited to have him here. And yeah, apparently when I go away, the GIFs do not play well over here. Wow. I don't know if that's the frame rate or what. Doesn't really matter. So that is my delightful, beautiful, pretty fish friend. Not a cephalopod, but still pretty great. And he's super handsome. And so here, just to kind of finally finish showing him off, he is beautiful. He's got lovely iridescence to him. He's already brightening up since I put him in the tank. But the best thing is all of his fins have a perfect black line around the edges. He is fully my aesthetic. Look at this fish. Look at this fish. Isn't he neat? That's not what I wanted to open up. God damn it. So here you go. For those of you who are watching over at home, that's really, really close up. But here's Squiggle Friend. He's beautiful. He's crimson blood red, like when blood hits the air. He's oxidizing and he's got this crazy, perfect black sort of ripple around his fin. He's the most beautiful fish I've ever seen. And he's a dick. And he's my angry red Squiggle Friend. So there you go. Heavy metal show. Toilets, pooping, cephalopods, paying money for squid facts, goth pop dancing. It's been a good night. What can I say? It's good. It's good fun. Good fun for everyone. Yes, cute, angry, mean little fish. I'm so happy with him and he's so pretty. I can't wait. And so there you go. He's my heavy metal fish. So he's right here. He's hanging out with me. Squiggle's right over there. All right. Patient Zero says he's posting his squiggle. Let's not make this weird. Yeah, guys, if your squiggle is not safe for work, don't drop it in the chat. So if you guys were listening there, Dominion starts off on one topic and then kind of melts into the Mother Russia song. We serve an old man in a dry season, a lighthouse keeper in the desert sun, dreamers and sleepers in white treason. We dream of rain and the history of the gun. There's a lighthouse in the middle of Russia, a White House in the Red Square. I'm living in films for the sake of Russia. 52 Daughters of the Revolution. Yeah, stuck inside of Memphis in a mobile home. It's a great track. It's super dancey and it's very much in the interest of being dominated and dominating. It's a good track. You should turn it on. Sisters of Mercy is very sexy, for sure. So we're coming towards the end of the night. I have only half an hour left in the show. That's sad, but I do have some great music to play in that time. So I have 2 tracks that I want to play for you. And, maybe if we get really lucky, I could sneak a third in, but I know I can't. Earlier at the start of the show, yes, I know, isn't Squiggle amazing? He's so handsome. Squiggle is so handsome. He's such a handsome fish. What can I say? I have a soft spot for aquariums. And if you come and you hang out at my other shows, I do another show on Saturday. Many of you guys might remember this. I do a show called Cyberbuzz. And it is about synthwave and disruptive technology. And it's often a really weird, bizarre, sort of, I don't know. It's a really weird, bizarre sort of take on, what the heck is this? Somebody's got my Somebody's put my shit on a different hive front end. That's interesting. But yeah, aquariums especially kind of make me think, and underwater and cephalopods and everything, they make me think a little bit of all the coolest parts of sci-fi. So if that sounds interesting to you, then I actually do have an entire post about it. If you want to check that out, you can find it here. There you go. And for the theta guys and gals who are fabulous, you can find it here. But so with all that, we're kind of coming towards the end of the night. We can't talk about fish forever. We can't talk about shrimps forever. But I do want to play you 2 more tracks. Now, at the beginning of the show, I played you a track by 𝖏𝖏𝖐. And it is awesome, like depressive black metal from the Pacific Northwest. It's good shit for real. And so they're right from around here. They write a lot about great tracks about sort of nature and the expansiveness of the universe. And they just played live. They are touring with Amorphous. So if you're a metalhead and you are waiting for upcoming shows, the link is broken. Yeah. Oh, the @ broke it. You're right. I'm sorry. You just have to copy and paste it. It's loser. I'm sorry. It's because I have the same username. So if you're going to see Amorphous live, go see the openers. 𝖏𝖏𝖐 is excellent. I highly recommend them. If you're going to be seeing Amorphous, you got to do this too. So here's what I want to do. I want to try and fit 3 songs in. I don't know if we can do it, but we are going to freaking try. And one of the tracks that I want to fit in is, of course, one of my favorite Amorphous tracks of all time. 𝖊𝖘 is going to be totally on board with this. I love almost all of their music. I love almost all of their discography. But there is one song that has always stuck with me, and I try not to play it too frequently. But god damn it, I haven't played it in a long while, so now is the time. I want to play something off an album called Under the Red Cloud. I want to play something called Bad Blood. This is a Crimsonclad sing-along song. This is my sing-along song. And you know, I've done a couple of shows that I call Fight Night. And I pick tracks that wind me up, that get me kind of going, and that make me kind of have that sassy edge that you need in a fight, right? Like something that just gets your heart pumping and puts you in the headspace that you'll fuck someone up if you have to, you know? All right, see you, Sepson. You did really good. So I want to play that to you, and then we'll finish up with one more sort of gothy, dancey track just for everybody. So let's do it. We're going to play one of my favorite Amorphous tracks of all time. It's called Bad Blood. If you know it, you should sing along. If you don't know it, just yell a whole bunch. If you're a girl, just toss your hair a bit. If you're a guy with long hair, just toss your hair. People will totally believe you're into it. They'll think, oh my God, they totally know this song. Fake it until you make it. Find good music and just absorb it into the soul of you. Like Squiggle over there. I don't know what he's mad at. He's mad even now. It's the angriest fish I've ever had. He's my favorite. There you go. One of my absolute favorite Amorphous tracks. It's so good. Yes, there you go. Clay, I'm glad you came around. My angry fucking fish. His name is Squiggle. Yes, it's basically me as a fish. That's exactly it. I saw him. I walked by. He mean mugged me. I mean mugged him. We became best friends. Do we want to go do karate in the garage? Yup. And now he's my fish. He's over there right now. He's just fucking up a plant. He's just so angry. Now, he is in a very large tank. He's got quite a bit of space. People kind of forget. Betas are hunters. They love to actually traverse around. They have a lot of territory. They like to look at stuff. Like, you know, those little bowls, those little habitats they keep them in. People are like, oh yeah, it's fine. It's not fine. It's not good. Yeah, mean mugging fish. If I showed you Squiggle's face up close, you'd be like, holy shit, that's a mean mugging fish. That is legit. Just his stinky little face is mean. He's a mean ass face. I'm going to try and show you, even though this is really hard to do. Look at Squiggle. That's his face. Oh, that's not very good, is it? Damn it. The reflection. That's Squiggle. Look at him. Squiggle is not impressed with your bullshit. Look at his face. Absolutely not. Look at him. He's like, fuck you. Yeah. So Squiggle is by himself in a fully planted live, well, here, I'll just show you. He's in a fully planted 5-gallon, 10-gallon tank. I don't even know how big. Daylight lighting, floating plants. He's just kicking it right now, eating some mosquito larvae. He's a cool dude. So this is the tank that he's living in over there. Can we make it work? Can we actually make it work? Probably not. Come on, baby. Nah. Oh, whatever. I'll share it with you. But yeah, he's definitely mean mugging. He's an angry little fish, and I adore him. Squiggle's gonna have to work out to be able to drag my ass into that tank, for sure. So there we are. Today has been the weirdest fucking show. I don't know if it was a good show. Hopefully so. But we've had a lot of fun. We've played some heavy-ass metal. We've played some light, fun, pop, fluffy, dance, goth rock. I mean, if you can call all those things a thing. Yeah, he's got kind of a pug face. You're right. Very, I can't, I don't know how to mean mug like my fish, but I'll figure it out when I'm not live on stream at some point. So yeah, otherwise, I mean, obviously I want to show you guys a bunch of these videos, and for people who aren't in the Discord, I would love to show you all this cool stuff from Rotting Christ. I took video while crowd surfing. It's very bad. You can't tell what it is. But there are some really cool videos here, and I'll just have to figure out how to share them with all of you, because apparently I'm too stupid to figure out how to do it live on air. And just showing you my phone really doesn't cut it. But I will say, hella awesome. Like, look, this white screen that nobody can see anything on, and the giant fingerprints. Nothing. Can you see anything? Of course you can't. Nope, forget it. We'll come back to it. Worst DJ is worse. So, with the long and short of it, we don't have too much time left in the show. So, I'm going to leave all you guys on a super fun dance track. And so I was saying a lot of the goth rock that I played tonight, especially Typo Negative, Sisters of Mercy, they are sort of retro bands, obviously. Peter Steele has been gone far too long and far too early. Sisters of Mercy hasn't obviously been putting out records as influential as the ones from the late 80s. But I want to play another band for you. And I want to play something off an album that probably didn't get as much recognition as it should have. So in 2021, Unto Others put out an album called Strength. And I played it for you guys. I've played a couple tracks off it, and it's really, really good. Like, really good. But before Unto Others was Unto Others, they actually had the name Idle Hands. So they had a totally different name for their first album. And that album came out in 2019. It was called Mana. And at that time, it was called Idle Hands. And they had some great fucking tracks on it. Just fun rock and roll with a little bit of a dark tinge. Once they changed their name, a lot of people kind of just lost that. And the new album came out, and this one just kind of fell by the wayside. So, for the end of the night tonight, for people who are here, who love metal, who don't love metal, who are just like, who is Crimsonclad and who put all these squid facts in my pants? Here's a track. Shake 'em all out. That was me shaking, dumping, like knocking a squid fact out my pant leg. We're going to do this. So I want to play you something by 𝖭𝖏𝖏𝖏. It's a track. It's actually the first track I ever heard from them, and it's so good. It has all of the same sort of hallmarks that make me love Typo and make me love Sisters of Mercy and all the sort of Depeche Modes and that New Order and this sort of goth, new wave kind of weird shit that was going on in the 80s and carried into the 90s and probably had a pretty big influence on me and maybe some of you too. So we'll have one hella fun track as we go into the last little bit of tonight. It's been fun, kids. Overall, I think everybody agrees for the most part that I was justified in not being able to find a toilet. And in the meantime, what I'm going to do is figure out how to upload or share some of these things because like I said, super cool videos and stuff, and I would always love to be able to share them with you. So I hope you are going to some of these concerts. And if you aren't, I hope you start looking into them. And maybe, just maybe, you'll come back next week for another Full Force episode, and we will turn you into a metalhead yet. Or we'll yell about squid. I don't know. Yes. All right, there you go. Fucking fun, right? It's good music. I don't know if you guys noticed, but right at the end there, I got Squiggle. He doesn't repeat quite as much as he should. I was hoping he would dance along. In Discord he does. But there's Squiggle's gonna mean mug all of you guys into eternity. So there you go. What a fun night tonight. If we take a look at tonight's playlist, we had Spirit Adrift, Rotting Christ, 𝖊𝖕𝖆𝖙, Typo Negative, 𝖭𝖏𝖏, 𝖊𝖕𝖎𝖏, White Void, Black Void, Sisters of Mercy, Amorphous, and Unto Others. It's a killer playlist. We listened to good music. We talked about hidden toilets, and Mr. D, god damn it, it was hidden. I could not see the toilet. And I was trying to share with you guys a bunch of videos, but like, it's never going to happen. Like, look at, you just get reflections. Well, I'm going to figure out how to show you things on my phone someday. Because here's, almost so close, but there's so many reflections. It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out. I hope you guys have had fun. My name is Crimsonclad. This is Fullforce Radio. It's kind of a live stream. It's kind of a live radio show. It's sort of like a chat show? Question mark? And to be quite honest, now that we're at the end of the show, this is usually where like shit gets real. I'm really glad to be able to spend this time with you guys tonight. There's been some, again, I wish the universe would kind of back the fuck up, but things continue on, keep on keeping on. It's been a bad week and I've had some bad stuff happen and I've been in a really weird headspace, and maybe that's why I was a little gothy. But heavy music and good friends has been very important. So for all of you who join me tonight, whether on the Theta, whether on the Twitch, the YouTube, the Vim TV, the Trovo Live, wherever you decided to come watch, listen, hang out, over in the Discord, whatever, I'm glad to have you. Thank you for being here because, yeah, man, it's been a rough one and it's probably going to get rougher. I'm on the countdown to doing some more traveling, to sharing some more of my life with you guys. And hopefully you are staying safe, having fun, and being good to each other. Right? The next time I will see you live is, what day is it today? I don't even know anymore. How did we get here? Who put these squid facts in my pants? One more squid fact for the road? Let's do it. So the next time you'll see me live is 2 days from now, April 30th. On Saturdays. Saturdays I do Cyberbuzz, and we're going to talk a little bit about Hive. We're going to talk about the movie that's being made about Hive. We're going to talk about some upcoming Hive stuff. If you don't know what that is, we talk about blockchain, we talk about crypto, we talk about disruptive technology, stuff that is retro future, Blade Runner, and we play synthwave music. So totally different from today, and still usually a lot of fun. So if that sounds like you would like to come hang out, do so. Please do so. I'm going to ask for one more squid fact and let's see what happens. Hopefully it arrives before the show is over. Let's just see how long it takes. So, do you think there's a bot here? Holy shit. Humboldt squid are very large. They hunt in large packs, eat each other, and flash red and white. We think they flash red and white to communicate, but it's not been tested to confirm it. How would you test a squid? You have to be able to talk to a squid to know what the squid is doing. I feel like if you see a Humboldt squid coming at you, flashing red and white, you're probably about to die. You know what? One more text. One more question. I'm Columbo now on stream. One more question. One more squid fact. Hawaiian bobtail squid can glow thanks to their relationship with a bioluminescent species of bacteria. They keep those bacteria in a special pouch called the light organ. That's cool. That's what I'm going to do from now on. I'm going to eat enough of the stuff inside glow sticks. I'm going to keep it somewhere in a fat deposit, and I'm going to glow in the dark. A++, totally viable. Nothing bad can happen. Oh, goodness gracious me. We're running out the time here, guys. But for real, if you have enjoyed the show and you want to find more cool DJs, if you're one of the new people following on Theta, MSP Waves is the actual radio station. And if you if you want to listen to other music shows, if you want to listen to other talk shows, if you want to hear a bunch of stuff, there's a full radio station full of DJs. And if you are interested in making content and being a part of sort of disruptive Web3 technology and social broadcasting, then go to mspwaves.com. You can go to the schedule and you can check out everybody that's on here. And the last thing that I'm going to try and find before time runs out is that Warriors in my kitchen. Yeah, I am. I'm addicted. What can I say? We're going to squid facts all the time. I'm wondering if I can find it here on the server. You just want squid facts now? Well, I'll give you guys the number. Are you ready? Because we're coming down to the end of the show. I got to be real careful. I got to watch my time. If you would like to get your own squid fact, please look at the meme. But it is 1-833-724-8398. That's 1-833-SCI-TEXT. It's the Squid Facts hotline. Yeah, they have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Skype a Scientist. Now you know. So I'm not going to have time to look up my bill, but I promise you guys before the next time that we talk, or if you hop into the Discord or wherever I see you next, I will log in to my mobility provider and I will find out how much it has cost me to learn more about squid. I can't tell you right now, but it's probably okay. There's a I like testing sketchy numbers, Ron. It's part of the charm. It's part of the danger. I mean, you guys all were here when I was going to initially actually, buy a chair on the internet. And I literally gave what I knew was a phishing site my credit card number. We laughed about it. We laughed about the fact that we knew I was going to get my credit card stolen. And I still put it into that site because, God damn it, it would have entertained you guys. And I did it anyways. So I don't feel bad about texting random numbers. And I don't feel bad about not using the internet. OPSEC in some cases is good, but in this case it's bad. Ron wants me to start texting him. Fine. As for the rest of you fucks. I hope you had fun at Full Force Radio. I'll see you next week. Bye.